Welcome back to It's a Tool Thing. Today with a mini tool haul and a little bit of tool talk. So as far as the used tool situation's been going, it's been a little hard finding stuff recently. Anything I need, even anything really decent, to be honest. The pawn shops around here are low on stuff. In fact, one of them has temporarily closed. I saw this weekend. But the two items that I did get, I got these Knipex. They're the slide lock, but not the push button style. I do tend to like the push button ones a little better. But the teeth are in pretty good shape. I don't know if they'll show up. Yeah, there you go. It's got some light rust and stuff on them. But functionally, they're in pretty good shape. Handle's got a little bit of a notch here. I paid $10 for both of these items. These are the only two things that I purchased. I haven't purchased anything in a couple weeks. I've been trying, but just hasn't been able to. These here I thought were kind of interesting. They are a Proto. Let's see there. A USA made plier. The reason I went ahead and got them was the flex on them is pretty good. I'm squeezing down fairly hard. There's not a lot of flex. But the other reason is how thin the nose of it is here. I could see that getting into places where my snap-on ones was easily twice that width, maybe even more in this size. Where this might be able to reach in there on a jam nut or something. You can see they're kind of scalloped back. It doesn't look like anything modified necessarily, just nicely machined. They had $2 on these. And they had 15 on the other ones. Like I said, I got them for $10. So those are my mini tool haul. I did see some wrenches that I was a little interested in. They are Flank Drive Plus metrics, 24 to 20, I believe. So what is it, 5 pieces or something, 4 piece? At 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, if I remember correctly. But the price was a little higher than I wanted to pay. And they just showing up that they haven't been there that long because I was at that location a week or two ago, and they didn't have them then. So I decided to go ahead and hold off. Maybe I can work out a better price later. I wouldn't mind getting a few of those. I think I already have a few of them. I don't think they're Flank Drive Plus in Snap-on, but not Flank Drive Plus. And I do prefer the Flank Drive Plus if I can get a good price on them. But I'll keep you up to date on that if I do end up getting them. I did end up missing another item that it's my own fault for missing them. I just waited a little too long. I actually saw them come down in price and didn't move on them. I'm not happy with myself there. But we'll get on to the tool talk here. So this Milwaukee stubby kind of let me down today. Can't necessarily blame the stubby. But I had to crack out my old Ingersoll Rand titanium. I put this... That was loud. I put the swivel on here a while ago. I used to run a whip hose, but I've had nothing but a problem with them leaking. So I'd switch this one over to a swivel. But these are the bolts I was pulling out. They were pan bolts on I believe that's a X15 or something like that. It's a Cummins. But they were tighter than snot. Most of the time the the stubby, M12 stubby, wouldn't take them out. It did take a few of them out, but it would just sit there and hammer on them 30 seconds, not moving out. Right now I have a 3.0 footed battery on there. Originally I had a 6.0 on there, but it was down a couple of bars. It was down to like 2 bars. So I thought I'd swap. That was the only battery I had in the footed one I had in the case. So I thought I'd swap it out for that one and try it. Made absolutely no difference as far as being able to break these fasteners loose. Decided to go ahead and break out the 3/8 air. I guess I could have gone 1/2 inch, but there's a little bit of a tight space, so I thought this would come in handy. Haven't ran her in a while. I got to say I like the grip a lot better on this titanium. I understand the reason why. As you can see there, seems to fit pretty good. I understand why these are this way because they have the batteries that slide up inside. They're a little wide. Because I even have said before that I prefer the feel of the DeWalt 12-volt battery platform. But I like the fact that this one you can change to a compact battery that doesn't have that extended foot. But at any rate, even when I was using the Ingersoll Rand titanium, there were still 3 bolts that it wasn't wanting to get out. At that point, though, they were bolts that I had to use an extension on to get up to. So I was using this exact socket here that's on here, 13 millimeter deep, with a 10-inch, I think, give or take, Matco impact extension, ball detent, and it wouldn't break them loose. So with the Ingersoll Rand. So I went ahead and switched over to a ratchet using the Snap-on, the dual 80 flex head. And I was struggling pretty hard to even snap them loose with that. Obviously, it was a little bit of control too issue, being you're on a long extension. But I was putting some torque behind them, so they were definitely stuck in there pretty good. But usually, this thing here will do leaps over bounds over the stubby. And it did. I mean, it pulled out 10 times as many bolts as the stubby. I think I only pulled out like 3 or 4 with the stubby. And it just kept failing, you know, as far as not being able to pull the bolt out. And I just got tired of it. Just go get the air. You know, I'm in the shop right now, so it's not a big deal. Roll out an air hose. Grab that out of my box. But like I said, I was surprised. These bolts were pretty tight. Same thing with the starter on this. I don't think it's ever been apart. The starter's running 7/16 core shred bolts with 5/8 or 16 millimeter heads, 12.5/8 heads. And even those, I couldn't break loose with my 1/2-inch gun. Of course, I had to have an extension on it and a wobbly socket. But it wasn't too bad with a 24-inch ratchet, though. They snap loose pretty easily, because I've had that on some of the 60s and stuff, where even with going to a 2-foot-long ratchet, you're going to break a knuckle or something potentially. So that's all I have today. Just a little update on the air tool situation and a small tool haul. Thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe. Comment below, and have a great day.